He smirked when he asked her if she outranked him. "Let me guess," he said. "Some kind of shadow general?" She answered without lifting her voice. "Yes." No smile. No explanation. Just a single word spoken like a closed file. And moments later, the room responded. Because the woman he dismissed wasn't visiting. She wasn't advising. She wasn't reporting. She was the authority that rewrote orders before they were ever spoken. And he had just made a joke at her expense. Before we show you the instant he realized what he had done and the command that stopped an entire operations floor mid-breath. Type where you're watching from. Subscribe with notifications on. And stay with us. Because this time, the quiet woman didn't stay quiet. She was irreversible. The early morning haze clung to the desert air at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, Arizona, the sun just beginning to burn through the pale horizon. Flight crews moved with practiced urgency, tool carts rattling across concrete, engines whining low as aircraft prepared for another tightly scheduled exercise window. For the 355th Operations Group, it was meant to be a controlled simulation day. Predictable. Measured. Safe. That assumption fractured the moment Commander Lena Ward exited a dark gray sedan at the edge of the flight line. No escort. No insignia. No visible clearance markings. She wore a plain jacket, hair pulled back, posture calm in a way that suggested she wasn't reacting to the environment, she had already accounted for it. Her eyes tracked movement, timing, spacing, not people. Patterns. Pilots slowed. Ground crew paused just long enough to notice. Major Ryan Cole noticed more than most. 18 years of service had taught him to recognize outsiders. And to challenge them. He leaned against a maintenance cart, arms folded, watching her approach the briefing hangar. "Here we go," he muttered. Another think tank ghost come to explain air combat with charts. A few nearby officers chuckled. Commander Ward didn't look in his direction. She stopped at the hangar door, exchanged a brief nod with the base commander, and waited. Cole stepped forward. "Morning," he said, voice casual but edged. "Didn't catch your patch. You running this exercise?" She looked at him then. "Neutral. Focused." He shrugged. "Because if you are, you're doing a great job blending in. What's your rank, 4-star? 5, maybe?" Soft laughter rippled behind him. "Yes," she said. One word. Flat. Unembellished. The laughter died instantly. Someone cleared their throat. A wrench clanged against concrete somewhere far too loud. Cole laughed again, weaker this time. "All right. Guess I earned that." She didn't respond. She turned and entered the hangar. Something about the way she walked, like nothing in the building could stop her, made Cole's grin fade. By midday, the moment still gnawed at him. He told himself it was nothing. He'd sparred verbally with generals before. But this felt different. Her voice hadn't corrected him. It had concluded something. So he checked. Inside the restricted operations office, a junior analyst pulled up the personnel system. Name? Ward. Lena. The screen loaded. Then cleared. No access record. The analyst frowned. Tried again. Alternate databases. External clearances. Nothing. "That's not possible," the analyst whispered. "Everyone has a footprint." Cole felt his jaw tighten. "Unless they don't want one." 2 hours later, the base commander received a call routed through channels Cole had never heard named aloud. When the call ended, the commander didn't speak for a full minute. "Drop it," he finally said. "All of it." That night, Cole saw her again outside the command center. She passed him without slowing. But her eyes flicked to his. She knew. And for the first time since flight school, Cole felt unsteady. The next morning's joint simulation pushed beyond scheduled limits. Airspace conflicts. Signal interference. Timing failures that didn't belong in a drill. Voices rose. Orders overlapped. Then Ward stepped into the center of the room. Pause uplink, she said. Everything stopped. She studied the projection for seconds that felt longer. You're reacting to symptoms. The cause is lateral pressure from your southern corridor. Adjust now or you'll cascade failure into real-world airspace. A colonel opened his mouth, then closed it. The adjustment was made. The system stabilized instantly. Silence filled the room. Who authorized that? Cole whispered. The base commander didn't look at him. She did. Later, during a perimeter breach alert that wasn't supposed to be real, Ward issued 3 commands that rerouted assets, sealed vulnerabilities, and intercepted an unauthorized drone before anyone else realized it wasn't part of the exercise. No raised voice. No explanation. Just certainty. Afterward, Cole found her near the edge of the runway as dusk settled. "Ma'am," he said. "I owe you an apology." She listened. "I assumed. I joked. I didn't understand what I was standing near." She nodded once. "Assumption is a shortcut. Shortcuts fail under pressure." He swallowed. "What are you?" "I'm someone who steps in when systems hesitate," she replied. "And steps out before they depend on me." She turned to leave. Cole watched her go, understanding finally what authority looked like when it didn't need to announce itself. Weeks later, during a classified briefing far from Arizona, Cole heard her name referenced in a sentence that carried weight no rank could match. "If Ward authorizes," someone said quietly, "the outcome changes." That night, back on base, a young pilot laughed at a quiet figure walking past without insignia. Cole stopped him. "Don't measure power by what you can see," he said. "The people who move the world rarely look like they're trying." Far away, beyond any clearance he would ever hold, Lena Ward continued her work unseen, uncredited, and final. And the man who once laughed at her learned a truth he would carry forever. Some authority doesn't ask for attention. It simply arrives, and everything adjusts.